snow, but note that I don't just climb mountains, but I move them. I surpass the boundaries the meek mouths of society have relentlessly whispered into my ear. You're too short, you're too dark, you're too wrong, you're too right, you're too loud, you're too happy. And all of these diminishing accusations have brought me to the realization that sometimes you will just be a little too bold. And sometimes you will be just a little too bright for a world that expects you to walk in darkness. But you can also note that I, frankly, am not afraid of the dark. I mean, I used to think there were monsters under my bed, but we all know that was just the shadows from the window. But I took my first real step into darkness, uneasy and hollow, when I was first told, Mommy and Daddy aren't going to be together anymore. That was the first time I learned that the pain I endured was how it felt to die while still breathing. I remember feeling like rubber bands were tugging the ends of my throat, pressing them tightly together, and the compression of my heart couldn't come close to the stormy weather. My shortened breath suffocated me, and I was left in disbelief because not only was the household split into two, but my idea of love was set ablaze in flames colored red and blue. Like the most beautiful and exquisite form of art, I broke. My breathing broke, my talking broke, my walking broke, my heart broke. I remember my therapist told me to open my perspective, but she could not see that neither could I. Maybe because my anxiety blinded me, or maybe because the world did. Sometimes after you drown in the tides of oppression, you get tired and desire resurrection. We all get tired of lies. They become more than we can take. They scratch and replay like an old cassette tape. When I hear the ticking of the clock, it just keeps going. Tick, tick. Time doesn't stop for anybody, and it took me long enough to realize that it definitely wasn't going to stop for me. And so I stopped to ask myself, why am I only asking about me? Did I really think that I was the only one struggling to breathe? What about the girl in my biology class that doesn't wear her hijab even though she's Muslim because the boys laugh at her? What about the African American boy from my church that runs fearing the shots of a pistol? What about the women that cover their curves of their hips because all men do is whistle? After hearing, you're so whitewashed, why does your skin get so tan? Did you have tacos for lunch? Or, hey, have you ever been scared of like Border Patrol? I learned that this world is no place for me. This world cannot contain a woman that walks with class but speaks with a little sass. This world cannot handle a woman of poise because we're not allowed to make any noise. This world cannot handle a woman that is so broken but manages to piece herself back together day by day. I am more than a statistic that falls under the category of minority. I work hard to achieve, and I work hard to succeed. I am Latina, and oh, please hold your horses when I tell you that no, I am not illegal, and no, I didn't have tacos for lunch. Oh, and get this, no, we don't steal your job. But the one thing I can say is thank you for teaching me that I am not less. I am more. So when you learn that the world breaks you, but a Savior created you, you learn how to swim. The light at the end of the tunnel is no longer so dim. And the thing I hope we all learn is that although our epidermis can be light or dark, we still bleed in colors of humanity. You are a creation from the Lord of hosts, Jehovah. And I hope it brings you pure sanity to know that your DNA is woven with the talent and the tools. I hope you'll learn that you are riches, far from rags.